Hey guys, it's Rich here at a Collector Car Gallery. We're looking at this 1964 Chevrolet Corvette Fuelie, and this is a numbers matching car. This is NCRS top flight car. It's got knockoff wheels, and I know there's been plenty of songs made about red Corvettes, but in my opinion, Corvettes wear silver just about as good as any car that there ever was. So we're going to do one of our walk-arounds of this particular vehicle. And just like all of our videos, you're going to get the, unedited look at the car. Usually by the time the car has interest on the internet after our videos, any little blemishes or anything like that that we've pointed out in the videos, we've usually already addressed. So what we're going to do is, just like all of our videos, we're going to start here at the driver's side front bumper. And this car, I believe it has maybe like miles in the triple digits only since restoration. So really a fresh restoration on this vehicle. The bumpers, a little dust here, excuse me. So driver's side chrome bumper is in very good condition. I really don't see any scratches or any blemishes to speak of. Maybe one little speck right here. There's one little pit right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. That little thing right there. Kind of feels like I don't know. It's either a really hard bug or a fleck in the chrome. Lower portion of the car, you can see finished out nicely. Completely done, finished well. No issues. Chrome's real dirty down here though, obviously. It's one of those things that's probably going to be addressed before the video even hits the internet. However, let's see. And when I say you guys are going to get the unedited look, I mean the battery is low in this car. And obviously it's something that's pretty easy to correct, but you're getting the real look. This is when I could do the video. And so you're going to get the look at the car. A cold start, boy, would I have to jump start the car to start it. So call me unprepared, call me whatever you want. This is how we do the videos. Get a look down in here, in the innards here of the car. I'm gonna flip this camera around. Hopefully nobody's gonna get sick over it. Excuse me. Okay. Little dirty, probably needs kind of a really good detail, I would say. As I look down the side of the car's laid out very, very straight. I don't see any deviations at all that would suggest poor body work or anything like that. When we get on a lift, we'll look at some of the, we'll look at the bonding strips and stuff like that. Check for, body panels, stuff like that. Just kind of cruising around the engine compartment here. I think this car would, so like just little stuff like this little dusty and dirt down here, like when that gets detailed, I mean, that is really gonna pop. It is gonna look really, really good. And this is just the first look at the car. I end up doing 5 more of these videos for people that want to see other things on the car, so we'll just get it cleaned up real good. Front door gap looks nice. Rear door gap looks good, about as good as you can get on a Corvette. And just because I'm not mentioning any blemishes in the paint or anything right now, I would call them out if I saw them. I'm looking for them right now, and I don't see anything. Looks like we probably got date coated glass. That's great. you know, we just need to clean up some of this chrome a little bit. That's what needs to happen. You know, this will all clean up very well. Oh, nice. Look at the rear quarter, rear bumper, great condition. Appear to me like original bumpers. That's pretty typical when the chrome gets a little thin in the armpit of the bumper here. That's pretty typical for Corvettes. I'll have to see if there's a real spare in the car or not. These are probably Westerns. These are not, you know, these are not real Kelsey Hayes wheels. As far as the paint goes, I mean, it really is exceptional. I mean, I would be talking to blemishes if there were. Got a few little micro type pits here. You kind of see what I'm talking about right there. You kind of see this stuff here. You know, probably some 4/0 steel wool, little WD-40. Cat's out of the bag with my secret weapon. So that's what I would use on chrome to get it cleaned up really nicely. Again, we got date coated glass. Everything appears to be right on the car. I don't see anything that is glaringly incorrect. And like I said, guys, we'll have an opportunity to see under the car here in a moment. Yeah, pretty nice. Very nice. Yeah, no blemishes to speak of that I can see so far. Nothing. Really nice. So we could do a function test of everything also. Real quick, we're going to back up right here to the... I'm happy to send somebody the judging sheets also, but this is the top flight. And it was 2013. So this car just got restored and then basically sat. I know a little bit about the restorer that did this car also, and very astute on Corvettes, very, very knowledgeable. And when it came to like restoring these cars, I've sold many of his cars, and usually in the awards or in the judging sheets, when points were deducted from him, it was because he would not make things look sloppy enough, if that makes sense. You know, if you'll notice, like the engine is painted and there's not overspray on, like, you know, the other parts of the engine, and he would not really do that. Same thing goes for a lot of this weather stripping. You know, like some of this, that's about as goopy as he would let it get. And you know, some judging arenas prefer to have it a little more authentic to the way it was done in the factory by somebody who was getting paid a little bit more than minimum wage probably, and didn't really put a lot of thought into what they were doing when they were putting these cars together. The judges prefer to have it look like that sometimes rather than look like a well-restored vehicle. The dash is in excellent condition. You know, the signature crack that's usually right there is not there. Everything looks great. We got like a repop. We got a repop owner's guide. Looks like, I don't know, things looks, I don't know. Looks like we got a Repop Pro Protecto plate. These aren't Repop. We got some old registrations. That's decent history stuff. Looks like maybe a repop window sticker. So I can send people copies of those if they would like. And as far as quality goes, black leather seats, as far as quality goes, I mean, really the car is in very, very nice condition. You could send this thing to a detailer. You could send this thing to the best detailer in your city, okay? And if they're not a vintage Corvette person, they are not going to. They're going to clean the car and they're going to detail the car. But if they're not a vintage Corvette person, they're probably not going to do the same thing that a vintage Corvette person would do, and that's the things that they want to see looking a certain way. And if you're a Corvette guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I wish there was a little more to say about this car. Everything is just very nice. I mean, it's very, very nice. Dash is, perfect. Steering wheel is excellent. Seats look like they've never been sat in. Yeah, we got next to no miles on the car. A little dusty on the floor mat. There really is nothing on this car that someone would look at and say, oh, that just looks tacky, or the car just needs cleaned up just a little bit. So before we get on a lift, what we'll do, we're going to do a cold start here for everybody. And 50 degrees. Manifold, 51 degrees. Let's see, water pump here, 51. Even like the radiator hose. All the parts of the engine. So everybody knows it's a cold start. And not that a cold start, I just like to do that on a lot of our videos. Not that a cold start is such a huge deal. Probably for a Fuelie, we should be doing like a start after it's been running a while. Probably more so. And then in our next video, what we'll do is we'll get it up on the lift and do some underside stuff. Yeah, really nice piece. There she goes. Transistorized ignition took off. You feel it just as you let off the key. Really nice. Let's disconnect this battery here. Okay. I need to push our hood switch in a little bit, or adjust it a little. We'll look at the gaps here real quick while we're at it. Like any Fuelie, you know, we don't want to sit here and load up on us, but when I tell you guys uncut, I mean totally uncut, right? Unedited videos for your viewing pleasure. A little dusty right here. You know, car needs a good polish. Like I said, it was restored, judged, and then parked. So headlights. Oh, dead battery. So I guess what we'll do is for the next video, guys, we'll get this thing on a lift and check out the underside for you. This is Rich at the Collector Car Gallery. Check us out online, collectorcargallery.com. This 1964 Chevrolet Corvette Fuelie.